And we're back. And we're back.
So we're going to get lunch from KFC today.
And it's Saturday, you know what that means. Yes, sir, let's go! Woo!
You should go and love yourself. And if you
Guys, change of plans. We're gonna go to Jollibee instead.
Yeah. Let's go!
We're done eating. We're here at the Jollibee. And taking note, so we have our personal interpreter for today, Jericho.
So as you can see, let's go! So let's go back to the topic.
So for this segment, we will tell you about the book, The Good Body.
I.e. Ensler. But before we give a review about that book, we will first give the review about the background of the author. Let's go! Eve Ensler is an internationally best-selling author and Tony Award-winning playwright whose theatrical works include the Obie Award-winning The Vaginal Monologues, as well as Necessary Targets, The Good Body, and Emotional Creature. She is the author of the political memoir Insecure at Last, the New York Times bestseller I Am an Emotional Creature, and a critically acclaimed memoir, In the Body of the World, which she has adapted for the stage and will premiere at Manhattan Theatre Club in January 2018. Ensler is the founder of V-Day, the global movement to end violence against women and girls that has raised more than $100 million for local groups and activists. She is also the founder of 1 Billion Rising, the biggest global mass action campaign to end violence against women in human history, which is active in more than 200 countries, and the co-founder of the City of Joy, the Revolutionary Leadership Center for Survivors of Gender Violence in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
So that was Eve Ensler. So what a history for being the reason why she writes these kinds of books. So now
for the background of The Good Body. Let's go!
Botox, bulimia, breast implants. Eve Ensler, author of the international sensation The Vagina Monologues, is back, this time to rock our view of what it means to have a good body. In the 1950s, Eve writes, girls were pretty, perky. They had a blonde clariol wave in their hair. They wore girdles and waist pinchers. In recent years, good girls joined the army. They climb the corporate ladder. They go to the gym. They wear painful pointy shoes. They don't eat too much. They don't eat at all. They stay perfect. They stay thin. I could never be good.
now that we've given you about the good body, we shall now proceed to the next segment. We shall now video chat Josiah for the summary of the good body
Let's go.
to let you further understand the story. Let's call him.
Let's go!
The Good Body starts with Eve's tortured relationship with her own post-40 stomach, and her skirmishes with everything from ab rollers to fad diets and fascistic trainers in an attempt to get the flabby badness out. As Eve hungrily seeks self-acceptance, she is joined by the voices of women from LA to Kabul, whose obsessions are also laid bare. A young Latina candidly critiques her humiliating spread of a stubborn layer of fat that she calls a second pair of thighs. The wife of a plastic surgeon recounts being systematically reconstructed, inch by inch, by her perfectionist husband. An aging magazine executive, still haunted by her mother's long ago criticism, describes her desperate pursuit of youth as she relentlessly does sit-ups. Along the way, Eve also introduces us to women who have found a hard-won peace with their bodies. An African mother who celebrates each individual body as signs of nature's diversity. An Indian woman who transcends treadmill mania and relies on her plump cheeks and curves. And the veiled Afghani woman who is willing to risk imprisonment for a taste of ice cream. These are just a few of the inspiring stories woven through Eve's global journey, from obsession to enlightenment. Ultimately, these monologues became a personal wake-up call from Eve to love the good bodies we inhabit.
And now, Andre Critics.
Eve Ensler was born on May 25, 1953 in New York City. She is an American playwright, performer, feminist, and activist best known for her play The Vagina Monologues. She had many experiences in her life that had led to her decision of becoming a feminist and an activist. At an early age of 5, she was physically and sexually abused by her father. She attended Middlebury College where she started to fight for the rights of the women. She had a string of abusive relationships and became dependent on drugs and alcohol. Later, Ensler suffered miscarriage and she separated from her husband Richard McDermott. After these experiences, she wrote plays and books. An example of her book is The Good Body, which is set in New York where women follow certain set of standards to fit in what they call normal.
Let's go!
So that's it for our SRA for today. That's the good body, the story. Yeah.
So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe!
And please don't forget to turn on that bell which will notify you for every our videos.
Yes,
So that's the video, guys. Thank you.